Now, this was very interesting. Two things happened as we left. Now, we haven't been here in a week, but on Friday, last Friday, that's now, 10 days ago, we had two things happen. One, our friend Veggie Bill brought by a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts and said, hey, have a great vacation. Here's some donuts, which was very nice. Now, Chris Demm, at the end of this, there were like, was it 8 or 9 donuts left?
I think there were 9.
9 donuts left. And Chris Demm takes them downstairs to our break room here. Okay? And he's going to lay them out. And, of course, then everybody obviously gets the donuts.
Of course.
So the show ends, and oftentimes if we have something in here, that's exactly what we'll do. Chris Demm will take it down and say, you know, there's donuts down in the break room. You had an interaction with our friend B.B. Shea.
I did.
That I haven't forgotten about. In fact, it really resonated with me.
Sure.
You know B.B. Shea, he's one half of our Square in the Round podcast, and he comes in, fills in often, and
ably.
Very well, does a very nice job.
He's very good at his job.
Comes in, does the weekly wrap-up on Friday. So he had just wrapped up this show.
Correct.
An hour earlier. And Chris Demm goes down, and this is when. What did B.B. Shea say to you? Now you went into this.
Well, so I'm passing his office and B.B. Shea's office, which he shares with a few other people. And as I'm on my way to the break room, I say, "Gentlemen, got donuts." Just as a heads up.
Yeah.
And because there weren't many people downstairs for whatever reason, the building was kind of quiet.
Yeah.
On that Friday, so I just brought the donuts into the office space, and there's kind of a table set up in the center with some space. And I just open up, and they said, and B.B. Shea, being the connoisseur that he is, what kind of donuts?
He does that.
As if it matters.
He does.
They're a Krispy Kreme, they're free.
Okay, that's a free donut. That's what kind it is. That's right.
So I open up the box and reveal the 9 remaining donuts, all glazed, not hot, but still warm and still delicious.
A fine donut, yes.
It's a work of art.
It's classic. To me,
it's an American classic.
Agreed. I think it's the best donut. The Krispy Kreme glaze.
You can always count on it.
Yes,
so you can.
Consistent. Yes,
indeed. So the other person in the room says nothing, but kind of peruses the donut selection.
Yeah.
B.B. Shea now has seen the 9 remaining donuts, and I see him scritching his little beard.
He does that. He does that
as he ponders.
He'll scritch a beard. You're right.
Scritch, scritch, scritch. And then he says something that I'll never forget. How long do you think it'll take me to eat all them donuts?
All of them.
All of them.
All 9.
Out of nowhere.
All 9 donuts. That's right.
Completely unbidden. This is a Friday.
Yes.
The mood is different in the building.
Yes.
We were going on break.
Right.
And so I said, I have no idea. And he's just scritching his beard. And I can tell, thinking, he goes, I really shouldn't do this. But then he says, but I will.
He's going to do it. He's going to eat all 9 of those donuts.
Yeah.
So, a 30-year-old man.
So I get out my phone and put the timer on. And the other person in the room gets out his phone and begins recording video, which is actually very important.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know. And so he dives in. I hit start. He hit start on the record of the video, and B.B. Shea dives in, grabs a donut, squishes it together. It's obviously they're donut shaped.
Yeah.
So he squishes it together so it's more like a tube.
Yeah.
And just starts, chomping.
Like he's really like in a competition against himself to see how long he really wants this.
Yes.
And he brought this up. You were just taking donuts to be eaten. That's all it was.
Nobody said a word about speed eating.
Right, yeah.
So he's doing this Nathan's hot dog style.
Right.
Yes.
He's ready. That's right.
Just kind of squished him. Now, he didn't have any liquid, which I think
that killed him in the end.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah.
So he starts, one goes down, he's like, beard filled
with that
Krispy Kreme glaze.
That glaze, the flex.
Not the first time.
No,
not the first time.
That happened.
He grabs number 2, and he's making good time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's under a minute.
Yeah.
And the first one's gone.
Yeah.
So he grabs number 2, squishes it together in his palm.
God.
Down it goes. Now we're like at the 2-minute mark. And I can tell he's like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Well, he said I should not.
Yeah, I really shouldn't be doing this.
Why am I doing that?
I shouldn't be doing this.
Why am I doing this? Right.
So he takes number 3, squishes it together in his fist, shoves it in his maw, and continues to chew while donut flecks go flying everywhere. At this point,
as he exhales,
there's almost more on him than in him.
What is he doing?
And as the 3rd donut makes its way down his gullet, he says, I gotta stop.
I just can't do this anymore.
I just can't.
And isn't he?
But he was like 3:16 on the watch.
Right, yeah,
that's pretty good time.
He did well. He did well. But he keeps wondering why he has gout and stuff. He keeps saying, "What am I doing? What am I doing?
Why can't I lose weight?"
I can't believe he did that. I am just shocked that he did
That's your
that.
partner.
That's my partner. That's
we have a mutual friend in the building.
Yeah.
Ask him to show you the video because it's something to
Well, I
to
will.
behold.
I just when you said that, I was just like, "What?
I think you're the only one shocked, though.
I was stunned. I don't.
But nobody does that in the workplace.
Yeah, BB does.
Yeah, he does.
right.
On a Friday, I guess.
But I've taken Dave and I've taken dozens of boxes of donuts downstairs, and I've never seen that happen.
Just this once. He says,
The mood caught him.
how many times?
Yeah.
How long?
I'm in.
Did you see that Joey Chestnut was in a, he's like the world famous eater, of course. He was in a buffalo wing eating contest, and he did 240 in 12 minutes. 240 buffalo wings in 12 minutes. He lost, and it was a huge upset. An Australian named James Webb ate 276 in 12 minutes. And when he was done, he's like, I can't believe I just beat Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
You know, I just won a huge win over Joey Chestnut.
You don't expect that.
Maybe he's falling off. He's getting older. Although he won the hot dog
He just
thing.
won the hot dog thing. But this is imagine that wings, 276. You got to strip them. You know, they've got to be. We've been in those competitions.
Is that one of those things where these pros just put one end in the mouth and just denude it on the way out?
I do think that's how it is. But 276 in 12 minutes. So that's 20 something per minute, right?
Yeah.
240 in 12 minutes will be 20 a minute, which
Plus
is exactly.
probably gallons of water.
That's right.
You got to get drinking there.
So Chestnut did 20 per minute for 12 minutes. This other guy did like 22 per minute.
Dry or sauced?
Sauced. These were sauced.
That helps
buffalo
them go
wings.
down.
Yeah. This was the National Buffalo Wing Festival, and Chestnut unexpectedly lost it last week.
Boy, I don't expect that.
A surprise.
You don't expect the unexpected.
No, you really don't.
That's a shocker. When it was all said and done, Chestnut said, I gave my best. I just didn't have it today. But 240 in 12 minutes is nothing to be ashamed
Impressive.
of. I was more than impressed. Now, this is food related as well. The other, so Chris Demm blindsided us with that BB Shea.
Hey, that was 3 minutes left in the program.
Yeah. BB Shea did. I guess he thought, well, my part's done. I did my rap. I'll celebrate.
Crushed it.
I'll celebrate it.
Weekend's here.
Yeah. And then we started talking. It probably was the Lauren Boebert story that got us on this. And Mitt Romney announced that he was retiring. He was not going to seek another
Correct.
term in office.
Yes.
Ran for president in 2012, lost, and said, we were talking about, Biggie thinks there should be an age limit on our politicians, on those in Congress, Senate, president, because now you're going to get a Biden-Trump rematch, probably.
That, and I mean, look at Mitch McConnell. Look at Diane, what's her name?
Feinstein.
Yeah.
And you've said all of that.
Yeah.
They're all in their, some are in their 80s, some are in their 90s. And we were talking about, and that's what Mitt Romney said. He said Biden and Trump should get out of the way and let new, young leadership take over with new ideas instead of rehashing what we've already had. And he said, I'm calling on both of them to exit the race, which, of course, neither will. And Chris Demm said, and this was unexpected as well, he said, I got a great Mitt Romney salmon story. And I said, I'm going to jot that down. We didn't have any time left. We were done.
Yeah.
So I said, we won't see you for 10 days. I jotted it down.
Been thinking about it the whole time.
Every day.
Yeah.
I woke myself up. I had a note saying,
Romney salmon.
Romney salmon.
Romney salmon.
Romney salmon. So the time has come. What could those two have to do with each other? What is the Mitt Romney salmon?
Well, sort of as you alluded to, Kelly, the senator has announced he will not run for re-election. His time in Washington, I think he still has another year and a half, I think.
That's right.
His term expires 2025.
That's right.
And I don't know his current family situation, but I believe for a good part of the year, Senator Romney is alone at his residence in Washington, D.C., while the family remains in Utah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's probably not uncommon.
Right.
But evidently, Mitt is not much of a foodie. And someone has written a new biography that I think may come out this week called simply Romney.
Now, let me say this.
It's a great title.
And they've released a few excerpts, one of which involves the senator and salmon.
When Romney was running for president, I watched a documentary on him called Romney. And
Well, if you want to get to the heart of it.
okay, and the behind the, now you know he's Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
And so behind the scenes, they showed him having peanut butter and honey sandwiches with milk on white bread.
That's his favorite in the world.
That's what
That's his favorite food in the world.
Peanut butter and honey?
Yeah.
On white?
Yeah, on white with milk. And
that's him.
Yeah, we're priming the pump for the salmon story.
Okay, I saw that.
So that's his favorite food.
Right.
On his birthday, he said his wife makes him meatloaf cakes.
Oh.
Not cupcakes.
Meatloaf cakes.
Not a birthday cake. She makes a meatloaf cake.
The loaf's not enough?
I might be into that.
Yeah.
What is it one?
Well.
They're like little.
Are they in little paper?
They're like cupcake sized.
But they're
Okay.
meatloaf.
These aren't delicious.
Okay, so that's Romney.
And then they asked him, "What's your favorite meat?" Hot dogs.
Yes,
His favorite
Yes.
meat.
Tubed meat of indiscriminate origin.
he's the hot. That's right. He's a hot dog person.
So no one would ever call
Yeah.
Senator Romney a foodie.
No, very basic foods.
So
as you hear,
the
yeah.
excerpt of the book that I read
Yeah.
right before we left is that Senator Romney, when he's alone by himself in his residence in Washington, D.C.,
Mm-hmm.
one of his colleagues in the Senate is from Alaska. I can't remember the woman's name.
Mm-hmm.
But, she didn't want him just sitting alone eating hot dogs all night at his residence in Georgetown.
It's I bet it's Murkowski. Isn't she the?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Murkowski.
Is she still in the Senate?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
From
Is
Alaska.
she up there too?
Yeah, she's up there.
Yeah, she's up there.
Because I've heard that name a long
Yeah,
time.
she's been up there a while.
Yep.
Yeah. She's
So,
up-
thank you. So Senator Murkowski gave him a freezer full of salmon, Alaskan salmon.
Great.
How delightful is that?
Wonderful.
So now the senator is not much of a cook, and evidently the senator, but he doesn't want to eat hot dogs every night. So according to the excerpt, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to read it directly from
Yeah.
Romney.
Yeah, right. The book, yes.
In the dining room, the senator has a 98-inch television on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But not very, yeah.
Real nice.
Yeah.
Leather recliner in front of it. Romney, who doesn't have any friends in Washington, eats alone most nights.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, because now he's not running for re-election, so he can say what he wants.
Yeah.
This
that's
guy
right.
shouldn't run.
That's
this
right.
guy shouldn't run.
Well, he said it.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
That's
You
right.
don't
You got
hear
nothing to
people
lose.
say
Yeah,
it.
right.
You got
Yeah.
nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So most nights he eats dinner alone on his recliner watching Ted Lasso or Better Call Saul.
Okay, yeah.
Fine programs.
Mm-hmm.
As he leafs through his paperwork for the following day. He showed me a freezer full of salmon fillets that he had been given by Senator Murkowski. Thank
Okay,
you.
right, yeah.
He didn't specifically like salmon, the senator said, but found that if he put it on a hamburger bun and smothered it with ketchup,
Oh, gross.
it made for a serviceable meal.
Oh, my God.
Serviceable.
Oh, God. Gross. Hamburger bun, salmon
patty.
and ketchup.
It's probably a
Oh.
salmon fillet, right?
Yeah.
You would think.
I think
Yeah.
it is, yeah. Wow. That sounds
Smothered in ketchup on a
awful.
bun.
That sounds terrible.
Doesn't it?
Mitt
Even
Romney.
BB Shea kind of upchucked a little in his mouth.
Yeah. Mitt Romney. When you do your next food-related podcast, Biggie, you should do the Romney meals.
Yes.
You should have peanut butter and honey sandwiches on white bread with milk, and then this salmon sandwich,
Yeah.
and that other stuff, and hot dogs,
And a meatloaf cake.
and a meatloaf cake.
Which one tastes better? Pick the winner.
God, that is disgusting.
What does that smell like?
That is gross. Do you know that
But he seems like a fairly fit fella.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he's fit because he didn't eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But doesn't sound not a lot of vegetables in his stuff.
Not
but,
a lot of
but
veg.
he eats that.
Hot dogs,
Yeah.
meatloaf.
Yeah, he does seem in good shape though.
I bet that recliner and that TV is probably the only things in his apartment in
I bet
DC.
so, too.
Yeah.
That and one pan.
Like
a pot.
Biggie has a nice
I bet
place.
that's right.
Oh, absolutely.
I heard Alex Trebek once say that he started every morning with a Snickers bar and a Diet Coke. And,
yeah.
and doctors would say you need to do better than this. And he's at one point he switched to Snickers bar and Diet Pepsi. You know, and that's the only change he ever made.
That was your diet for a while.
for a long time.
For
And I
many
thought,
years.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people live like, I think Al Michaels lives like that. I don't think he eats vegetables, does he?
It's all meat.
All he eats is meat and potatoes.
He has that during a
He has
game.
that during the game.
They always say that, yeah.
I think some people just
Oh,
they
I
just
do,
don't
too.
care.
I do,
And they make it.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. That does happen. But I don't believe in that. I believe in vegetables and lean meats. You know?
That's right. You're a convert now.
That's
You've been washed into blood.
That's right. I took my salads down to the.
Oh, how many did you pack?
I packed 6 and I ate 5 while I was down there, and I turned my nose up at the pizza and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, Kelly!
I mean, I did all that. I tried.
We're in the burrs.
I know it's difficult. It's difficult.
It's eating season.
This is a health-related report as well. TikTok doc says we're not washing our armpits properly.
Get the hell out of here.
Need 30 seconds on each pit.
What? Who says this?
With an seriously, a TikTok doc says that you get some sort of issues on your armpits if you don't, and especially odors if you don't wash them 30 seconds per pit per day.
I don't know if time, but I do count.
Oh, do you?
I count circles.
Oh, really?
Well, you can count circles.
Really?
Standard shower, 60.
You do
60 circles?
You do
60
60 circles.
Yep.
Well, then you're doing exactly right.
And if I've exercised or whatever, if it's a hot, sweaty day, 80.
You'll do 80 circles under your armpits.
Yep.
Wow.
I am. You know how far I'm behind? 59
and 2.5 years. You've got years to make up.
God, that is incredible.
Put your nose in there. Go ahead.
It's not.
No, in mine.
Oh, in yours. Oh, yeah. It's not. Yours is
clean.
You're gonna be great.
Wow. That's good. I mean, I guess that. What's the deal? It keeps away the fungus.
Jeez.
Well, I think
Among Us.
I bet the bigger deal is yesterday's deodorant.
There's that.
Bacteria just hanging around
Maybe
your skin.
you're right.
There's that.
That is incredible. I am so
Standard 60. If I take a
impressed.
shower the night before, but I still need a shower to wake up in the morning,
Yes.
I do 33 1/3.
I am.
I'm not even going to ask about your crotch.
I am unbelievably impressed.
Well, I spent some time there.
78.
Oh my God.
It's like a Victrola.
Wow. This guy, just when you think,
You don't. When you do, you don't.
He's that's amazing.
I don't go that far with it.
I count in groups of 10.
Are you straight on the bar, or do you use a washcloth or a
I don't
poof?
washcloth. I'm just
bar.
bar
Straight on the
soap and
bar.
hot water.
And that's your bar. Your wife don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Exactly. We each have our own little station.
Yeah.
Right.
That's amazing. I'm going to
I don't know that it's amazing. I just thought everybody might benefit from
Don't
that.
go that
I think
long.
you're doing the right thing, and I think most people don't. I mean, I just, it's just
Really?
quick.
Just a
It's
spritz?
Just a quick.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
done.
I'm not counting to 60 like
Quick
a psycho.
A little horse bath. Little how's your father?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it its due time, but I'm not like one.
Oh, that's
two,
incredible.
three.
No, you go fast. Big
One,
quick
two,
circles.
three, four.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, then you're doing 30 seconds, I believe. If you're doing it
Probably
60
close to
times,
it.
I'd say.
What's this doctor? This is his specialty, his underarms?
TikTok doc. His specialty's under.
Special in pits.
That's right. Eddie, you're talking about your armpits and how to clean them. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I do is use a little bit of baking soda and leave it in there about 15 to 20 seconds and then rinse it out, and it'll take all the smell out.
Okay. And get rid of your previous day's deodorants.
Yeah, because if I use soap and you have antiperspirant, it doesn't come out. It just sticks in there, and it still kind of stinks. But the baking soda kind of just dissolves it all out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm
a believer in baking soda, but I don't like it in the shower.
You do believe in the powers.
I'll use the toothpaste, and I like it down the sink.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you make a roux like that up in there. You don't want to do that. With
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you.
You have a gravy after an hour.
My wife is very big on putting it in the refrigerator and stuff like that to absorb the odors and everything.
I'm a big believer in that.
I buy that.
I don't know that that may be the best marketing they've ever done.
I know.
Because I don't know that it works.
I don't either. I'm not sure
But
it
now they make the boxes with the vents on the
Yeah.
side of them, which
Yeah.
is spectacular.
I'm
and
really
then
not
after
sure.
a month, they say dump it down your sink.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing anyway.
I'm not positive that it's really true.
It's brilliant.
But it does work on us, yeah. Man, I was going to get to that dog licking you in the face, but I
Leave
don't-
it.
I think
60 circles?
we'll leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it at 60 circles. That
Yeah.
should be your podcast. 60
circles.
circles.
You got something to think about now, Kelly. Next time you take a shower, sooner than later, I hope.
I'm going to be in all of your heads the next time you take a
Oh,
shower.
yeah.
I'm going to see
That
your
is
face
true.
every time I look down.
Without a doubt.
That's amazing.
What are you doing down there?
Circles. Doing circles.
Circles in the sand.